This is the side view of a single DHRC module with chilled water and hot water pumps. In the next frame we'll zoom in and you can see the stainless steel hot water pumps and then the red Armstrong dual arm pumps for the chilled water side of the system. There is a primary operating pump and then a second pump as a backup on both sides of that system. As we pan to the right, you can see the cupronickel shell and tube condenser. The cupronickel materials of construction are more resilient to chemicals. We've now switched the view 180 degrees to the opposite side of the system. You can see the condenser headers and the stainless steel inlet and outlet piping. We'll now follow the camera as it comes in a little closer on some of the components of the system. We see the heat exchangers and then pan over to the right to see the pumps. Now we'll come back to the left and see the long cupronickel shell and tube condenser. And then as we come in and pan around to the left, you'll see the rectangular cube braze plate evaporator. As we pan up, you see the dial refrigerant pressure gauges. We scroll to the left and you'll see two of the Copeland scroll compressors with their sound blankets. Now we pan around to the inlet and outlet end of the skid. You'll note on the upper left-hand side there is a stainless steel pipe, which is the leaving hot water connection. Directly underneath that, a carbon steel black pipe chilled water inlet connection. Moving over to the right, under the pump control panel, you'll see a stainless hot water inlet, and then all the way on the extreme right lower end, you'll see a carbon steel chilled water outlet connection. The relative heights of the inlets and outlets correspond to the counterflow desired in order to achieve greater efficiency. Water falls in the evaporator as the refrigerant evaporates in an upward direction. Water is pumped to rise in the condenser as the refrigerant condenses or falls. The heat recovery chiller and pump skid that we just reviewed is going to be located outdoors in this specific project. The enclosure that we're seeing now will house the heat recovery chiller and pump array. This structure was assembled, welded, powder coated, and painted locally in Sparta, Wisconsin.